Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 3. Recently we've been working on picking up our legendary gems and getting them ranked up to 25. We're going to carry on doing that today, but before we start I thought we'd go and kill the butcher because we need to do that as part of the season journey anyway. So it'd be kind of good to get it ticked off and out of the way. Now, my standard disclaimer, it has been a few days since I last played, so it might take us just a moment to get back in the no, we're back in the swing, or ooh, let's not stand on that. I remember how we work with this. It's not exactly fire and forget, but it's fire and pay little attention, which is great. We are, of course, looking for more of the Firebird set. That's our primary objective, regardless of everything else that we're trying to do. That's really what we'd like to see, and sooner rather than later, because that damage reduction is going to be really kind of vital as we try and push further into the game. Pretty decent kill streak. There's no point in us pushing on recklessly to try and build up huge kill streaks. You know, keep moving while you can, but don't put yourself at risk in order to do it. Especially because we do rely on the Aquila Cuirass bonus to keep us alive, and if we're pushing on at a pace to keep up with it, to keep up with the little rope that burns down, we're going to get ourselves in trouble with our resource usage. Not ready yet. That being said, we can still get some decent kill streaks. As long as there's mobs around to actually kill. This is not the way. This is back to the start. Not obviously where we came in, but on a level where there's two branching paths. You got a 50-50 chance of guessing it right, and we guessed it wrong. Still, it got us a little bit more experience, and we are Garrigan level 200 now, which is lovely. Sorry, I stand corrected. 201. I did actually think we could spend a little bit of time running bounties and getting some of the gem plans, but I want to get Teguk up to 25 so we get the armor bonus from it. And then we'd probably be able to speed run around because would be that little bit tougher, and it does really make quite a bit of difference. There's 202. Ooh, we got something a little special over here. Had something a little special. Already gone. Yeah, and getting bounties or running bounties would get us quite the old stack of death's breaths. I mean, running regular rifts also good for getting death's breaths, but bounties is a little bit more varied, of course. I mean, this is taking us quite far down this way. We've got to find the way to the butcher soon. How far into the mountain were the halls of agony carved? That is the question. No thanks, not going to stand on that desecrator. I learned my lesson earlier. Gets quite painful quite quickly. Right, is this the final run? Yes. We'll put our points in just before we go in and refresh our armor. Okay, so what are we going to start going for next? Maximum arcane power makes a lot of sense. Will help definitely with Aquilicuris. Over here, critical hit chance because we don't want to do attack speed. Not yet anyway. Over here, armor because Taguk will benefit directly from that. And over here, we'll go for life per hit when we start getting the points. Ow. No, thank you. Okay, I didn't think it would take us long to kill him. I'm glad he didn't get to grab us and pull us, because that would have been quite painful. So, yeah, butcher done. We could go on and do as well, but I'll save that for another episode. Instead, we will just jump back into rifting. So that's going to go in life per hit, and we are pretty much ready. We've got 2 Greater Rift Keystones, so let me just salvage up what we've got. And 27 Death's Breaths, so we can upgrade something. I'll wait until we find something, a helm, or ask Kadala for a helm, and we'll use it then. Okay, let's drop these off over here. We could do an upgrade there. Let's do that very quickly just before. Can we get another one? No, we can't. That's all right. It's still progress forwards, which is the important thing. It's not a huge amount of difference, an extra 4 resistance, but yeah, you do feel these things all adding up. Okay, let's jump in and do a rift. So we're running at Torment 11. Can't afford to empower it. Try and make good progress through all the mobs. So first batch of baddies already gone. I had my fingers on the wrong keys as well there, so I was recasting my armor rather than casting Blizzard. Not the greatest start in ooh, no thank you. In any situation, I need Cormac to sit in front of me and just soak. Face tank all of those. Okay, that was hurting a little bit, but not too bad. Ooh, there's something big over here. And let's try and hit it with as much as possible. Can't even see through that archway. Ah, we've killed it. Good. Fire chains is obviously worrying, but kill it at range. As long as it doesn't have teleporter or some leaping capability or something super annoying like that, it's normally fine dealing with fire chains. It's when they're highly mobile that you have to watch out. And speaking of highly mobile, that's me. Ooh, shield pylon, perfect. That would have been pretty nasty without a shield pylon getting surrounded like that. But then we would have built up the energy twister first, and it would have gone a lot faster. Still got half a shield left, so none of this is really a concern. I'm trying not to just like teleport forwards and skip past loads of mobs, because there is a lot of progress to be got from these. And because you only really need to just touch them with the disintegrate beam and they will eventually die. There's no harm in just covering an area. We don't have the shield pylon anymore, so let's not stand in the middle of that. That would be somewhat painful. Yeah, we're definitely keeping up with all of our Tal's stacks. It's not the way we need to be going. So I'd say we have a good thing going here. It's not what we originally planned at the start of the season, but it's working for us well enough. Yeah, in effect, we've got a mix and match of Delcir's setup, Tal's setup, Firebird setup. It's a little bit of everything. And I say Delcir's stuff because it does allow you to use Energy Twister quite efficiently. Ooh, that's going to get us another mob. Let's clear the area out first. That worked. Our speed is up, which is a bit of a shame because that's going to mean we're not getting Aquilocurus anywhere because we're just using our resources way too quickly. But as long as we're aware of that, we can be cautious. Huh? Be cautious, me. Now, I'm actually purposely holding off on doing the season journey until we get the Firebird set. One of the things is the set dungeon, of course. And as much as we can do Tal set, and we might do Tal set, I want to do the Firebird set if we can. Not necessarily because it's going to have changed, because I don't think it will have. But just with the redesign of the Firebird set, I'd like to see how it plays. Yeah, they just died to that Energy Twister straight off. That's great. Ooh, our first potion. Boyarski's chip. And a couple of other things. So not a super fast run, but fast enough. Let's have a look and see what that potion is. Points are going into Taguk. That is the worst potion of the tower ever, but it is better than nothing. Alright, back to town we go. Let's do the standard hand-in cycle, rotate round, ID, and level up. Still getting loads of levels at the moment. It's such a shame. Such a shame. Not only is it... we're just going to salvage that up. Not only is it one that we don't care about, which is, you know, fair enough. It happens. But it's also for the scoundrel. Shame we don't say we've already got one of those. Ancient Path and Defenders. I'm pretty certain we've already got one of those. Yeah, up there. So both of those can get salvaged. Everything can get salvaged, actually. Actually, we were going to salvage up this as well, weren't we? There we go. Kadala! Hats! I really should be gambling for focus and restraint, but while we've got the Halo of Karini and convention of elements, I'm not in a rush to do that.
That is too expensive.
Okay, we will try upgrading one of these. Vampire Twilight. Don't care. So all of that gets salvaged up again. That is such a shame. We will eventually find the pieces we need. If we find another bit of the Firebird set, for instance, if we find the shoulders again, we can try transmuting it across. In fact, we will end up trying to switch those shoulders across, but not yet. That'll be when we get the Mantle of Channeling. Okay, so we're going to need to be on our toes a little bit more in this place, because we have ranged mobs helping us out. So our health is going to be a little bit up and down. That's fine though. Who needs health? In fact, we've got a lot of things that can attack at range, just in different ways. Some of them flinging things around. Some of them punching through the ground. Okay, shield pylon. Bang. This place I am going to move faster because we can spray things around in here. And it's going to be quite linear in the way it works. That'd be a really interesting one, actually, thinking about it. So, I mentioned before that when our teleport cooldown is reduced, we might look at switching the type of teleport we use, either for like safe passage or mirror image. If we did do mirror image with the Firebird set, we could potentially kick out Archmage's Vikalji, and I think it's pronounced Vikalji, and actually use mirror image as a skill properly. It's amazing how just a small change to a set can really change how it works, because the only thing we're going to need is a way of triggering that extra combustion stack bonus, and our energy twister should be doing that for us. So I think there's some potential there, and the idea might have legs. Obviously we'll need to see, but once we do switch across to the Firebird set, we'll have the flexibility to experiment. That's the important thing. So much the same mobs in here, by the looks of it. That's fine, we know how to work with them. Try not to stand too much on the poison on the ground. Or the fire. Or any of the other things that really wants to kill us. Conduit. Okay, well, we can get this area all nice and deadly ahead of time. Let's make sure these guys are cleared out first. That'll probably do. Okay. So we need... Wrong button. Started off with completely the wrong button. I mean, it doesn't matter because all of our skills kill things. But it just reinforces, you know, a wizard doesn't need to know what spell they're casting. They just need to cast all the spells that they know. Just refresh our armor skill slightly, and you know what, we can do this as well. May take a moment to die. Almost Rift Guardian time. There we go. Okay. No thank you with that massive poison blast. Ooh, a hell, pants and boots, and a Templar relic. This could be a massive haul for us. Yay, Firebird's helmet. Amazing. So we're going to put this straight on. So 4-piece Firebird set, 6-piece, well, so 5-piece Tal set. This is a great place for us to be. Casting Disintegrate and Combustion stacks that reduce the cooldown of Teleport by 2% per stack. You gain 80% damage reduction while we have Combustion stacks. So we're going to feel invincible. That's what I'm taking away from this. How about this? Reduce the cooldown of all skills by 50%. It's better than nothing.
Good.
But obviously not the one that we want. Let's head back to town, and we will hand things in. So yeah, we could put Etched Sigil in the cube. Use the Firebirds offhand and swap this over for the Mantle of Channeling. We would lose a little bit of damage against elites and things, but it would be quite good for us if we can do that. Oh, I'm really happy. We're gonna have to see how invincible we are. Right, let's put our points in. 80% damage reduction is huge. It's massive. So Tower Rush's trousers not as good as our current ones. So these are going to go over here with our other Tower Rush's trousers. I want to pull the gem out of that. Veer's Swaggering Stance. So Shen, give us this back. Yeah, so we're gaining toughness with this as it is because of that increased life. I want to re-roll that Wave of Force into anything else because we're obviously not using Wave of Force. Into anything else, Wave of Force damage increased. That's a lot of life. I'll leave it at that for the moment, because I did say into anything else. But we might want to change that over if we're too survivable. This doesn't go there, that goes there. Okay, Dovu Energy Trap increases duration of stun effects and it emanates. What are you using at the moment? Moonlight Ward. We're not stunning anything, so I honestly don't care about that. Enforcer, that comes across. We don't care about Enforcer, really. And yeah, everything else is going to get salvaged up. I need to think of something new that we're going to be asking Kadala for.
Such a brave soul.
We do eventually want to have more of the Firebird set, regardless of which way it goes. So chest and legs are probably the next best thing to go for. I'd say chest first because we've already got decent legs there.
Ooh, that's nice.
I can't afford that.
Okay, Tyrael's might. What are you using?
Thank you.
Let's give you an upgrade finally. If we can find a chest piece that that emanates, we'll put that on you instead. There we go. Guardian is gradually getting better. Right, drop this off. Drop, drop, drop. Okay, so we're out of Great Rift Keystones. So let's run a regular rift just to see how it feels, and inevitably we're going to put the difficulty up now. Maybe like to Torment 13, I don't know. Something hurt me. Oh, actually, we need to be mainly combustion stacks, don't we? I'm not going to stand on all of those. That's just asking for trouble. Oh, wow. The ground could be exploding under us and we don't care. Okay, yeah, we're definitely putting the difficulty up. When the ground underneath you is exploding and you're like, eh, that's how you know you're pretty tough. Okay, let's go straight to Torment 13. Might take us a little bit longer to kill things, but I'm okay with that. Huh. The same place. This would be a good test. Okay, that's a decent speed to be trying to kill things at. Especially because we're not really doubling down that much on our damage output. Yeah, this is reasonable. This is manageable. The boss fights will obviously take a little bit longer, but okay, so I'm going to change over our teleport skill. We still counted in combat? Oh, we are because of that thing. All right, cancel. Let's get him killed. Yeah, we do need to be pumping all of Tal's stuff in order to keep that up. Safe passage, reversal, fracture. Fracture, maybe. Could be fun. It's not exactly mirror image, but given we could just be moving around. Oh, we are so mobile now. And we're getting quite a few decoys out as well, which is obviously going to be helping a little bit. Yeah, I like this. We'll keep Fracture. The decoys, yeah, we don't end up with a bajillion of them. It's only ever 2 and they just kind of come with us. Maybe the Haunt of Vaxo emanates. If the Haunt of Vaxo emanates, I'd definitely put that on Cormac. Okay, this is actually taking a little bit more effort, but it was a very big mob. So that gives us an indication of how dangerous things will be. Our killing ability is really what needs to step up before we go any further. But I think that'll just end up being on the transition to... Ow. That was a lot of things nibbling on us at the same time. That'll just be on the transition to Firebird set properly. Yeah, even more damage. Keep pumping those different skills. Okay, I should be teleporting. I should not be walking anywhere. It should all be about teleporting around. Walking is not how a wizard moves. We're doing okay with our resource usage as well. It's not amazing. Occasionally we do dip into it, but... it's a decent grip of Death's Breath we're going to get from that. Yeah, obviously we're not going to be able to get another 2 pieces of the Firebird set and still have all of tile set working. But we can reverse what we've got going at the moment. Just swap 2 more pieces across. So we'll still be getting the improved resistances from tile set. We just won't be getting the damage bonus, but instead we'll be getting the damage bonus from the Firebird set. But at that point our playstyle's almost certainly going to be changing anyway. This place is actually a bit longer than I expected. Hello. Grab that, just in case it's something cool. We'll also open up this this chest. Ooh, hello. Yeah, I'll take 3 unique items any day. It's a real shame that none of this counts towards like big ass kill streaks. I mean, I understand why it doesn't, because when they're throwing this many mobs at you this quickly, you're gonna get big kill streaks. But it would still be good to understand how many we're getting through, especially given this this place has ended up larger than expected. And emptier than expected at times. Just liberally coat everything with the disintegrate beam. Grab that ring. Who knows? Maybe it'll be the other side of Legacy of Nightmares. It could also be the compass rose, focus, restraint. We don't really care about focus and restraint now.
Not ready yet.
Our combustion stacks are going down. I've got nothing to burn. There's something to burn. Yeah, this is just like one giant prison dimension. There's a way in, but there's no way out. Right, you. Try and get everything focused on top of you at the same time. Okay, yeah, it is just one giant prison dimension, so there's supposed to be enough in here to summon the Rift Guardian. So we're just gonna have to keep going around until we get him. Until we get him summoned. Well, there's plenty more for us to explore. A wizard hat. I only need a few more mobs. And then we can get the Rift Guardian killed and see what lovely drops we get from it. Now the good thing about being able to teleport is we can teleport. We can be like, no, no thank you. There we go. Definitely going down a lot faster there. 3 Greater Keystones. And a sword. And a whole bunch of Death's Breaths. That's very manageable. We can run a Torment 13. I would like to be doing a bit more damage, but obviously these things are. I hope that's Death Wish. Obviously these things are dependent on what you're doing. Prime Heart. Well, it's not what I expected, but none of that really matters. Focus. Okay. I will store focus just up here, just in case we get restraint. If we get restraint, then that's where our damage boost is going to be coming from. We'll just lose the damage reduction from the Halo Karini, which is quite significant. Ooh, pylon effects last twice as long. Okay. You're losing Moonlight Ward. It's a shame, but having pylons last twice as long is something that I'm very keen on having, so we'll definitely keep that. Salvage. This comes across. I've got one of those. This comes across. Yeah, let's hand this in, and oh, we've already handed it in. Let's salvage up what we've got. Actually, we should get this ready to go in the cube as well. Okay, so we're full up on this page. That means we're moving to the other tab. Points to put in. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and 1. So Kudala, about those chest armors.
I can't afford
It's different chest armors, and they're very cool ones, but not really what we're looking for at the moment, which is a shame. In fact, Syndicote can come across into the legendary ones. Chainmail can come across here, and we'll just salvage up the rest. And that's going to be it for this episode. I'm afraid we are unfortunately out of time for today. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. We've made a bit of progress. We've got ourselves the next piece of the Firebird set. So we're now running the 6-4 bonus combination, which is pretty cool. As always, if you have enjoyed this, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Diablo 3. See you soon.